Excuse me, are you Adam Graham?
The very same. And this is my old-time radio snack wagon.
Welcome to the Old-Time Radio Snack Wagon, where we serve up a bite-sized portion of old-time radio. And now, here's your Snack Wagon host, Adam Graham.
There are a lot of conversations in our modern times about mental health. While the way we talk about it has evolved, the conversation isn't new. The National Mental Health Foundation produced a series of programs on a variety of mental health topics in 1950 called Hi Neighbor. The series was hosted by Eddie Albert. Some of us might remember him fondly for his role as Oliver Wendell Douglas in Green Acres, but he was a talented actor in a variety of genres, appearing in everything from The Longest Day to The Longest Yard. But now, let's go ahead and take a listen to the first episode of Hi Neighbor called The Bobby Soxers Rebellion.
Hi, neighbor. This is Eddie Albert, your narrator for another story about the folks who live down the block. Or maybe the people who live next door. Anyway, it's called the Bobby Soxers Rebellion, and it begins in the dining room of the Russell family.
Patty, breakfast is ready, dear.
Be right down, Ma.
Well, if you don't hurry, your father will eat all the French toast.
Lot that girl cares for French toast. She's been eating like a bird lately. What do you suppose keeps her alive, anyway?
Banana splits, I should say.
Another thing, Bea, I don't want to sound like a tyrant, but do you suppose we could stop Patty from running around with Herbie Whittemer?
Well, what's wrong with Herbie?
Those ideas of his, dear. The kid's a radical.
All adolescents are radicals in one way or another. May I have the butter, dear?
Well, I don't like it. You know, I think you and I ought to have a serious talk about that girl. What about tonight?
Can't tonight. PT meeting.
Oh, well, let's skip it. Nobody ever comes anyway.
Fine talk from the chairman.
Well, it's the truth. You know that you and I go only out of a sense of duty.
But it shouldn't be that way. Oh, I wish I could think of some way of putting some life into that parent-teachers group.
That moribund relic.
Patty.
They're all dead from the neck up, just like everything else connected with that school, honestly. Morning, Dad.
Something wrong at school, Patty? I mean, more than usual?
Only that we have a fascist for a principal, that's all.
Fascist? David Owen?
Just listen to his latest, Dad. He told the teachers to give an exam in every subject sometime during the rest of the term. And anyone absent gets a 0 for the exam, and that 0 is averaged in with the rest of our marks.
You mean if you were absent, you wouldn't get a chance to make up the exam?
That does seem kind of strict.
Kind of strict. It's a blitz.
I still can't see why you should be so concerned. You don't miss any classes. Or do you?
Oh, of course I don't cut classes, but it's the principle of the thing. It's a threat to personal liberty. But, boy, we're not going to take it lying down. No sirree.
Well, what are you going to do?
You'll find out in time.
I'd rather find out about it now.
Yes, Patty. Come across.
Oh, gee, Dad, I promised. It's a sort of pact I made with the gang.
Uh-huh. You know, Patty, your mother and I trust you. But I wish you'd take this into your confidence.
Now, don't try to worm it out of me, Dad, please.
All right, dear.
Oh, say, Ma, any chance of seconds on the French toast?
Hello?
Mrs. Russell, this is David Owens, the high school principal.
Oh, yes, Mr. Owens.
Mrs. Russell, did you know that the students of my school were calling a strike for this morning?
What? A strike? Why, how should I know?
Because, Mrs. Russell, your daughter, Patricia, is one of the ringleaders of the strike.
Oh, no.
Please come right down to the school and try to talk some sense into your daughter. Goodbye.
When Bea Russell arrived at the high school that morning, she found the Bobby Soxers revolt well in progress. There were 2 picket lines, one of boys carrying placards, led by Herbie Whittemer, and one of girls, led by guess who. But this was no ordinary picket line. It was moving to the rhythm of a conga. Bea pushed her way through to Patty and asked to have a little talk with her. Patty was a little too exhilarated to leave the line willingly, but she finally led her mother to the strike headquarters, otherwise known as Pop's Sweet Shop.
I'll have a double banana split, please. What do you have, Ma?
Oh, just coffee.
Ooh.
Strong coffee.
Gosh, you certainly work up an appetite picketing.
Patty, this strike is a serious matter.
You're telling me? Old Owens is simply beside himself with fury. You should have heard the speech he made to us this morning, treating us like children, threatening us with expulsion.
Expulsion? Well, Patty, what will your father say?
Oh, don't worry, Ma. It's just a threat. Anyway, we're going back to our classes this afternoon.
Oh, you're going back. Well, that's good news.
Oh, but we're striking again tomorrow morning.
Oh, Patty, I'm beginning to lose patience with you. You can't fly in the face of school authorities like this. If you wanted to protest against the attendance ruling, you should have approached the principal through the student council.
We did. Owens ignored the council. I tell you, Ma, that man is dangerous.
He probably thinks the same of you. Patty, this strike isn't connected with anything at home, is it, dear?
Oh, no, Ma. I just felt that I had to, that's all. Oh, gosh, don't you understand?
I'm trying to, dear.
Well, anyway, Ma, don't worry about it. I know what I've gotten into, and I'll get out of it all right. You'll see. Gee, I guess this revolt of mine kind of embarrasses you and Dad, doesn't it?
I'm afraid it does, Patty.
But that's foolish, Ma. I am an individual. Oh, gosh, don't people respect the rights of individuals anymore? The world is just going to pieces. Oh, look, they call this a banana split?
Well, the first day of the teenagers' rebellion sure enough ended in a deadlock. But you've got to give credit to Patty and Herbie for one thing. Their strike gave a badly needed shot in the arm to the Parent Teachers Association. The meeting that night was packed. David Owens, the high school principal, presented his side of the affair.
All 50 of the striking students returned to their classes this afternoon. But a message from their leaders informs me that they intend to strike again tomorrow if the exam ruling is not changed. Speaking for the school, I should like to say that the regulation will not be changed. Students who do not report to their classes tomorrow will be expelled.
May I have your attention, please? This meeting is now open for discussion from the floor. Anyone?
Mr. Chairman.
B?
Mr. Owens, friends, as all of you know, our daughter Patty is involved in this strike. Speaking for myself and my husband, I can only say that we've tried to give Patty as much freedom as possible.
Too much freedom, if you ask me.
Well, boys and girls need freedom at this age. Oh, I'm sure all of you as teenage children must have noticed the different ways they show this need. They want to pick out their own clothes. They're more critical of us.
You can say that again.
They want to be treated like adults. And, well, I think they should have a certain amount of independence. And I'll bet most of you agree with me. This strike is simply another way our children have taken to show their need for freedom. It's just part of their growing up.
That may be, Mrs. Russell. But how do you propose to cope with it?
Well, by understanding the reason for the revolt.
Please be specific, Mrs. Russell. Will my understanding the reasons for this strike make your daughter go to school tomorrow?
Well, of course, I can't speak for Patty.
That's it, B. You've hit the nail right on the head. Now, I suppose it isn't according to Hoyle for the chairman to butt in like this, but I think my wife said a mouthful. She and I can't speak for Patty any more than any of you folks can speak for your kids. They did this thing on their own. Now let's let them speak for themselves.
That's right. Let's treat them like adults.
And what do you suggest, Mr. Russell?
We'll ask them to send a delegation to meet with you and the committee of parents and teachers. Give them a chance to talk things over instead of handing them an ultimatum. I bet you it'll work.
That doesn't sound very practical.
Well, why don't we try it, sir? After all, students, parents, and teachers have never sat down to a round-table discussion like this before.
Personally, I don't think it will work. But how do the rest of you feel about this?
Is anyone opposed? Well, Mr. Owens?
All right. Go ahead. Select your committee.
Patty and her cohorts met with the committee at 10 o'clock the next morning. Jean and B. Russell thought it might be better for them to bow out of the committee meeting, so we find them now sitting it out at home.
I'm worried, B.
Patty promised she'd phone as soon as the meeting was over.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Hello? Oh, no, she isn't here yet. Who's calling, please? Oh, the paper. Well, all right, keep trying.
Reporter again? Gosh, B, you
Please,
know,
Jean, Patty'll handle herself all right.
Oh, she puts up a good enough front. Underneath, dear, she's just a scared little girl.
That's part of being an adolescent, dear. She's betwixt and between, you know.
Yeah. Seems like only yesterday that she was a child.
It won't be very long before she's a young woman. I think that's what really bothers both of us.
What do you mean, B?
Our child's growing up. Soon she'll be getting married and leaving us. Oh, sure, we want her to be happy. So we encourage her now to be independent. But we're going to miss that little girl.
B, have we done the right thing in encouraging Patty to be independent?
This is the test, dear. She and her friends say they have a right to a voice in school affairs. So far, they've produced a lot of destructive criticism. Now, for the first time, they have a chance to sit down with teachers and parents and do some constructive thinking. If something worthwhile comes out of this, our policy of letting her think for herself will be paying dividends at last.
Well, I hope you're right.
Hi, Ma. Hi, Dad.
Patty, why didn't you phone?
Oh, I tried to, but kept getting a busy signal. Anyway, the most divine boy in the senior class gave me a lift in his car, and guess what? He wants me to go roller skating with him this afternoon after school.
That's all very well, Patty, dear, but what about the strike?
Oh, it's all over.
Over? Oh, thank heaven.
Yes, we're going back to classes after lunch. Oh, say, Ma, does my skating outfit need a pressing?
Patty, please, sit down and tell your father and me about the meeting.
Oh, well, there was a lot of yada-yada. Oh, Mr. Owens explained that the reason for the attendance ruling was that our school had a high truancy rate.
So?
So we talked about it for a while. And then, somebody in the parent-teachers committee said that maybe there ought to be more recreational facilities and social get-togethers at school. Working on the theory that anything you did to pep up school spirit would cut down on the truancy.
Just what the PT group needs, a project they can sink their teeth into.
We're going to meet again with them to see what we can do about it.
Well, what about the attendance regulation?
Oh, well, it's still in effect for a trial period of 1 month. But, I was kind of surprised at Owens. He seemed almost human at times. Gosh, maybe if we keep up these meetings, we can work out something more democratic.
Still can't believe everything's settled. Oh, Patty, that's a reporter. The newspaper wants a statement from you.
Oh, but the divine boy is waiting to take me back to school. Tell him I'll write him a letter.
You're obviously no headline hunter.
Hello? Dad. Oh.
Yes, dear.
You and Ma have been peachy about all this. I promise not to cause you any more trouble.
All right. Well, dear, there are bound to be some rough spots now that you switched from pickets to playboys. But you run along now, and later on you bring the divine boy in to meet your folks, huh?
I will. Bye, Dad.
But I tell you, she's gone back to school. Oh, you want a personal interview? Well, she's kind of an active girl, but you might look for her at the playground after 3:30. Oh, and don't forget your roller skates.
Well, that was the Bobby Soxers Rebellion, a production of the National Mental Health Foundation. And this is Eddie Albert saying, so long, neighbor. Don't go away. Your announcer has an important message for you.
Welcome back. This is an interesting episode. Now, I've sworn off political protests, but I'd have to reconsider if a protest involved the conga somehow. I will note that there can be some confusion with this particular series because over the years there were multiple programs called Hi Neighbor, including a music program. Oftentimes, if we think of mental health, we think of various disorders such as depression, anxiety, or more serious conditions. Here, what the National Mental Health Foundation thinks is in a more positive way. What is a healthy way to treat a teenager and the right balance of listening to them and encouraging them to respect authority? It's a dodgy issue. In this case, the daughter showed she was willing to reconsider some of her harsher criticism of the principal as new information came to light that she hadn't considered, and the principal showed himself willing to work on other solutions to address the problem. And once she had been heard and her concerns had been addressed, then she was ready to get on with being a normal teenager. However, it's quite possible to be addicted to self-righteousness and also to really enjoy the attention that being this sort of controversy starter brings you. There are many people who lack the emotional maturity of either the daughter or the principal that allowed this to be resolved. This episode reflected an interesting perspective in 1950, and then, as now, everyone has to decide the practicality of the advice provided.
It's time for me to close up the old snack wagon, but don't worry, we'll be back with another serving of old-time radio goodness before you know it. If you want to enjoy some of our longer-form podcasts, you can feast away at my website at greatdetectives.net. Your emails are also welcome at adam@snackwagon.net.
The Old Time Radio Snack Wagon comes to you from Boise, Idaho. Your host is Adam Graham. Sound production is by Rhines Media, LLC. You can listen to past episodes of the Old Time Radio Snack Wagon as well as connect on social media at our website at snackwagon.net. Email suggestions for episodes to adam@snackwagon.net. This has been the Old Time Radio Snack Wagon.
Until next time, goodbye.